Hey, what's up, explorers of innovation, speed, and everything automotive? Welcome back to CarXpedition, your ultimate pit stop for futuristic rides, jaw-dropping concepts, and electric dreams redefined. And today, I've got something for you that you probably didn't see coming. We're diving deep into one of the most unexpected, mysterious, and fascinating concept cars ever unveiled. The 2016 Samsung EV concept car. A vehicle that didn't just turn heads, it made the entire automotive world scratch its head and say, "Wait, Samsung makes cars now?" Yes, you heard that right. The same tech titan that gave us Galaxy smartphones and QLED TVs took a bold leap into the fast-moving world of electric mobility, and though it remained mostly under wraps and limited in public details, what we did get was enough to make this car one of the most tantalizing, tech-forward, and conversation-starting concept cars of the last decade. And today, I'm going to break it all down for you like only CarXpedition can. So buckle up, hit that like button if you're an EV fan, and let's take a high-voltage ride through the ambition, design, and speculative potential of Samsung's electric unicorn. Now, first things first, the 2016 Samsung EV concept wasn't released with a glitzy global campaign or dramatic stage drop like a Tesla or Porsche Taycan. It quietly debuted in Korea and was reportedly showcased at CES 2016 as part of Samsung's broader automotive tech ambitions, particularly focusing on next-gen in-car displays, autonomous systems, and battery innovations. And while Samsung didn't brand it outright as a production vehicle, what they did reveal was enough to set the internet buzzing. A sleek, futuristic crossover-styled EV with a digital soul and a design language that whispered minimalism, whispered smart mobility, and whispered a serious contender entering the EV conversation, because unlike other concept cars built only to be photographed, Samsung's EV was a moving prototype, hinting at something far more real than people expected. And here's where it gets wild. This concept was actually part of Samsung's deeper dive into the automotive world, which eventually led to their acquisition of Harman International for $8 billion, a strategic move that screamed, "We're not just here to dabble, we're here to dominate." And suddenly, that mysterious concept car looked like a blueprint for a tech-rich future where your car is no longer just a ride, it's a living, thinking smart device on wheels. Design-wise, this EV concept had an aesthetic that leaned heavily into the Scandinavian-inspired simplicity meets South Korean futurism, with flowing LED lines, a wide and intelligent front grille, if you can even call it a grille, and a silhouette that resembled a blend between a coupe and a compact SUV, making it feel agile yet premium. And stepping inside, oh man, that's where things got seriously sci-fi, because instead of traditional gauges and buttons, the cabin was dominated by massive OLED touchscreens seamlessly integrated into the dash and center console, displaying everything from speed to navigation to entertainment. And if that sounds familiar, well, it should, because Samsung basically envisioned the connected car ecosystem before most competitors had even fully mapped out their digital UX strategy, and every inch of the interior screamed innovation. From biometric access to adaptive ambient lighting to seat materials rumored to be made from next-gen sustainable tech, it wasn't just about driving, it was about reimagining how you interact with your vehicle, your environment, and your digital life, which makes perfect sense when you consider Samsung's legacy in consumer electronics. Under the hood, or more accurately, under the chassis, the Samsung EV concept was speculated to be powered by one of the company's own lithium-ion battery systems, leveraging the very tech used in their mobile and storage devices but scaled up for high-performance EVs. And while we never got confirmed figures on range or horsepower, insiders suggested a dual-motor setup with all-wheel drive capability, and a possible range exceeding 250 miles per charge, which for 2016, was absolutely competitive, placing it right alongside early Teslas and Nissan Leafs in terms of range anxiety relief. But again, this wasn't just about power, it was about platform, and Samsung's real play was clear. Create a modular EV base integrated with software-defined capabilities, OTA updates, and AI-driven user personalization that could evolve over time just like your phone gets smarter with every update, which, let's be honest, is exactly where the auto industry is now heading nearly a decade later. So yeah, Samsung was way ahead of its time. But wait, there's more. Beyond the actual car, the 2016 concept served as a rolling showcase for Samsung's vision of the car as a service model, which included deep integration with SmartThings, IoT connectivity, cloud-based diagnostics, and even remote vehicle control via your smartphone or smartwatch, which, if you think about it now with the rise of Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Tesla's app-based controls, was absolutely prophetic. And while other manufacturers were still figuring out how to do Bluetooth calls without dropping signal, Samsung was busy imagining a world where your car knows your schedule, adapts your cabin temperature automatically before you step in, syncs with your home security, and even responds to voice commands via Bixby or Google Assistant depending on your preference, all powered by Samsung's deep ecosystem. And that kind of vertical integration is exactly what sets tech companies apart from legacy automakers, which is why this concept, although barely produced, still matters hugely today. Now let's talk legacy, because although the 2016 Samsung EV concept didn't go to mass production, its DNA definitely lived on, influencing Samsung's investments in electric vehicle components, their strategic partnerships with automakers like BMW and Hyundai, and even contributing to the development of battery and infotainment systems that you now find in mainstream electric vehicles today. And let's not forget, Samsung SDI, Samsung's battery subsidiary, is now a major supplier of EV batteries for brands like Rivian, Volvo, and even Ford, meaning that even if you've never driven a Samsung car, there's a pretty good chance you've driven with Samsung inside, and that's what makes this concept so iconic. It wasn't about building a car to sell. It was about proving that tech companies can disrupt mobility in ways legacy OEMs simply couldn't imagine. And here at CarXpedition, that's the kind of story we live for. The bold, the visionary, and the wild what-ifs that actually shape the real future. So to wrap it all up, the 2016 Samsung EV concept car may have been a ghost in the machine, a whisper of what could have been, but in reality, it was a bold declaration from one of the world's most innovative tech companies saying, "We can do more than screens and smartphones, we can electrify the future," and in doing so, it not only showcased the art of the possible, it helped ignite a trend where every major tech firm is now looking at cars not just as transport, but as platforms. And if that doesn't deserve a spot in the Concept Car Hall of Fame, I don't know what does. So what do you think? Should Samsung have gone all in and made this a Tesla rival? Would you drive a Samsung EV in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button if you love concept cars that think big, and don't forget to subscribe for more next-gen deep dives, right here on CarXpedition, where we drive the future, one concept at a time. Peace out, explorers.